ESL Pro League Season 12 Asia. It's TYLOO, the #1 team in the region, heading up against Beyond, who certainly are the underdogs in this series, regardless of the veto.
And I was going to say, just taking a quick look over here, they beat a team called Let's Quit.
Oh yeah, that's the one with QZ on it, I think. He used to be in TYLOO many moons ago. Many moons ago. Either way, now we're looking at Beyond. They're setting up for this uppers hit. I think, is somebody all the way through ramp room? He is. He's pushed radio and he's just caught KNTZ completely off guard. That's the freest kill as he shot him in the side of the head. And of course, somebody doesn't stop. Dan King's got to pick on Olivia towards outside and Beyond. They thought they were setting up for something in lobby room here. They're going to storm outdoor instead, down the vent. They do make it down, only losing one player, but they've lost almost all of their team here.
Only losing all 4 players, actually, in the end. QQ did get down. It was a bit of a messy one for Beyond, and TYLOO have just torn them apart on the pistol round. Don't know really what to say about that.
Just somebody doing somebody things. So just 20 seconds in a round, he just goes, I'm going to go find some action.
Goes for that push, and aggression is obviously a pretty big hallmark of TYLOO on the CT side of any map, but it's something that can work quite well on Nuke. Aggression through ramp room towards radio. You can push hard or door. You know, you can throw some of those aggressive setups in towards outside. If TYLOO's going to take advantage of playing that kind of a game on Nuke here, where you can be a little bit more dynamic and aggressive on the CT side, wouldn't be too surprised if it works out decently for them. Now, following one of the biggest storylines here, Jordan, Olivia's bought an MP7 up against TYLOO.
Okay.
Oh, nice. I remember this.
He's been looking at their strats and he's decided, I'll give that one a bill.
Well,
no, it won't.
Be the push in towards upper hit.
Attacker's is posted on the silo, but he misses almost every single shot. I think he was blinded out. There's actually a couple of clean entries right now from Beyond Esports, but Olivia trying to learn through. MP7 absolutely useless, but Beyond still have the numbers advantage at the moment. Ooh, a little nice one-way right now for potentially for them to work with, as Dan King has spotted out my rolls, using the AUG to some good use right now. And they know that most likely it is going to be the remainder of the players from Beyond in hut. So out comes the smoke right now. Body also spotted out by QQ, and KNTZ also spotted out at the very end over here. Potential for him to spray through, but the body can just be hidden away, and KNTZ, no chance for him to win this one, my friend. Absolutely none whatsoever. So, nicely recovery coming out from Slowly and Dan King. A bit of exciting action from Beyond nice and early on. They do manage to get the bomb plant, and maybe some susceptibility on the A side as well.
Potentially so. Beyond will have to wait a little bit longer before they can try to exploit that, though, as they have to take a save here. Well, they're actually buying.
I respect
They've come down to 2 players surviving for TYLOO, so you can see their economy is still a little bit shaky. Beyond want to try to take advantage of that, and yes, that round got quite close considering the limited degree of weaponry that Beyond had access to. And in a round like this, with once again limited utility, they have much better weaponry. Again, it's the fast wall of smokes on outside towards the close side, and they're setting up, waiting for these pushes. Attacker just runs through hut, gets absolutely close-lined by KNTZ. Slowly sprays 2 down, but does get traded eventually.
Oh, Summer, he's nearly caught off timing, and Olivia just survives, just takes the aim deal, and that's going to play once again. Just absolute tragedy for TYLOO with their rotations. They're just taking these individual aim deals and getting punished, and I like this from Beyond so far. Nice and early on, they're making sure that TYLOO cannot assert themselves into the game without a fight.
Walking around through ladder base now, clearing out all of these angles. Beyond trying to find an unfair advantage on some of these players as Dan King walks into lobby with that AWP. He's out on an island over there as somebody is exploring the lowest part of the map. Trying to find any T's over here, but won't be greeted with any for the time being.
He could find the right timing if he does push out here and catch Olivia, although he's half a second too late. He was nearly there. Olivia gets the timing, though, to creep into Annex. And this should be Beyond being able to at least get a bomb plant down, but Dan King lurking in through hut can make the difference. Runs right into the headshot of KNTZ. So somebody will have to work this one alone. He's got 3 players to find in a fairly unfavorable situation, creeping up the vent. As soon as he opens these, they're going to be pretty aware of the position, although it's not going to really matter all that much for Olivia, who consequently drops quite quickly. Now it's somebody time. It's time to activate. Do we get this 1-on-2 clutch? Making it work. Molly's good, but KNTZ pushes past it and wins the round for Beyond. keeps himself alive as well, and that's a nice one. The first gun round goes the way of Beyond.
Well, another force, and they do get across the line and manage to actually reset that money of the CT side, but TYLOO, they're not interested in letting Beyond stack up any rounds by taking any kind of saves for the time being. Instead, they just force their way straight back into it. The Eagles and armor, a couple SMGs, CZ on Dan King. No utility here for TYLOO, so they're going to have to rely on the firepower and some nice timings that they can potentially try to exploit to catch Beyond off guard, who very quickly making their way in towards ramp room and lobby. Initial Molotov on top of the HUD actually offsets Summer. It does quite a bit of damage to him, surprisingly, but it seems like Beyond are actually just setting up to potentially make their way into ramp room in the mid-round.
Well, slowly with the Deagle is always someone that can tend to get a bit of work done. He's flashed off the line initially and decides to give ground instead of taking the fight. Now in a really one and done kind of a position.
Yeah, last time I saw Beyond play Nuke, they did this quite similar thing. They just focused on taking that ramp room and pressuring towards ladder base, not really committing to anything, but instead just trying to cause these CT rotations, which they have done, but now they have to deal with these two players close to Megaton.
It's going to be difficult to break. CZ up close. Deagle covering the other entrance.
I do like this setup for TYLOO. That ramp gives you a lot of angles to just play with, and the multi-frag potential is going to be pretty good for Slowly if he hits his shots. He's helped out by Dan King, who now desperately tries to reload the CZ, but won't in time. So Beyond have worked their way into the bomb site relatively cleanly, using the one gun so far. Somebody gets nothing done with the MP9. And off we go, Beyond making something happen.
Yeah, and actually TYLOO just opting to save at the moment as well. So a little bit of respect shown from TYLOO, not really just trying to squander away their chances. You can still do some damage to the Deagle and the UMP, but it's good to see Beyond coming back with a bit of a bite and a bit of a fight as well. The true test obviously going to be coming out from both sides when TYLOO do manage to pick up a couple of M4s at AWP and Dan King once again. And Attacker still lurking around here, looking to do some damage. And that's actually a nice little two-piece for himself. That's money in the bank. AK's also dropped on the side of Beyond.
Money in the bank's always good. Can't complain about that.
And Olivia's gone down to the bomb explosion as well. So, a lot of damage being done actually from Attacker lurking down there under. Sure, the AKs aren't retrievable.
I've got to ask you one question, Kev.
Yeah?
Are you mad?
About what?
Olivia going down to the bomb.
So, okay, so the reason why is because he backpedals there and he goes, I can't really go through there. I'm on 7 HP, Attacker could be holding this angle. He doesn't want to give any more cash away, so he tries to make his way to Megaton, but just too little time. So, nice little play from Attacker. He forces that, which is a good little thing. It does further damage to the economy of Beyond. So, that was 4 rifles they could have kept alive. Only 1 AK at the end.
Yep, that's
fast
true.
outers now.
True. Beyond have shown the tenacity, though, to get through a couple of these rounds, relatively unscathed until, you know, the late stages. So it's not like it's impossible for Beyond to build again off the back of this, particularly now given that TYLOO have a substandard buy. They've only saved the 2 guns through. The rest of the guys haven't really bought behind. They don't even have any armor, but Summer starting well. He's found the bomb too.
Oh, okay.
And they're just challenging one by one.
How?
Summer, he gets the triple kill. I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Oh, this is just classic TYLOO, isn't it? But Olivia, he's not interested in losing a round like this. This would really set Beyond back, and he's going to try and dig deep to pull them out of a bad situation. Finds himself 2 already. Into the 2-on-2 now, and it's up the T's to sort of set the pace. They're going to try to creep up the vent here straight into Attacker, and he's denied that one straight from the get-go. Olivia now sort of wondering what the hell he's going to be able to do. Still not aware of Slowly's position towards that lower bomb site, and he's going to try and reposition to head back down there. But on this off angle, Slowly might just catch him off. Actually, he's caught in transition, but he still manages to turn around and recalibrate the Deagle shot. Absolutely beautiful. And TYLOO, it's just highway robbery half the time when these guys are on a half buy. It's ridiculous. They win these rounds all the damn time, Kev.
It's literally the case of, oh, my name is Summer. I'm just going to hold an angle with a UMP. And assisted with Dan King as well, just to pick up 3 when they're trying to come over to that control room side. I don't even know what to say to that. As now Beyond, they're reset because they lost too many rifles in the previous one. Now they're looking, well, what do we do from here? They have to go for the full eco. A couple of Deagles maybe to do some economical damage. They need to do this, but Dan King's got the AWP right now, and you don't do damage by walking into his AWP. Oh no.
Come on, stop this, man.
KTZ
KTZ's going to try to, yeah. QQ also trying to go for a little bit more damage, tries to dodge that nade, hasn't managed to get himself on the board yet, but I can't imagine why, because he's connecting all of the Deagle shots at the moment, still has the bomb under his control, and with a minute 15 seconds on the clock, it's not outside the realm of the possibilities that QQ can actually win his team this round, as long as he chooses the right timing.
If he's able to get just one more shot, if he's able to anticipate this push from slowly as well, might be able to get away with some absolutely criminal acts, but he's been spotted out, unfortunately, through the edge. And tries his best. He does connect the body shot, but no further from there.
Yeah, every shot he was firing off there actually was connecting pretty nicely. And that makes the round quite expensive for TYLOO. Not able to build up that cash on the CT side like the way they might have wanted. Beyond, yes, they do buy, but utility is quite limited, particularly for some of the players towards the bottom end of the team. What do they do with a pretty limited utility buy, particularly in terms of the smokes? They've only got 3 smokes to work with on Nuke.
Yeah, I gotta say though, for TYLOO, it hasn't been pretty, but they're still up 4-2, and they're chugging away through these rounds. Slowly on the off angle. Hasn't, I don't think, been spotted there by Myrolls. DanKing gets the kill before Myrolls faces around the corner. But still, KNTC will trade slowly down, so maybe I'm wrong in my assumption. Either way, DanKing's still alive, and he's going to be a thorn in the side of Beyond, who tried to charge on top of him. He actually misses that initial shot. It was a leg shot, to be fair, but that's not enough when you're getting collapsed on by multiple players. Now it falls to somebody in Summer, who do a good, solid job with the rifles. KNTC, a 2-man swing, and he can't deal with that. That's a good round for TYLOO.
Yeah, 3 players surviving, rotations all in order to be able to deal with that ramp push. There wasn't too many options in a round like that for Beyond, to be honest. They really just didn't have the utility they wanted to be able to work with.
I was thinking they would have gone for maybe more of an A-side execute. We saw that force buy work in the first round, maybe just a bit of adaptation on that and kind of build and go from there, but didn't see it this time around. And it's just going to be a couple of pistols out in play to see if they can do some further damage to the economy of TYLOO before the CT side can become too monstrous in terms of the money.
Yeah, half buy on this T side. 2 flashes on Olivia and a handful of pistols and armor, but already it's going pretty terribly. As DanKing's just posted up on the angle. Summer's even going to walk into door as well.
They're actually pushing into pistols.
Yeah, this is the classic TYLOO. No. They're getting in the head of Beyond. Unnecessary, but very effective in terms of the psychological game.
I mean, to be fair, if you're TYLOO, you're just thinking about how to get this map done and dusted if you're the CT side. Push them and kill them. 5 alive.
Wait, I'm on the blues. The CT side, I thought I was T.
The best defense is a great offense.
Yeah.
Can't wait for now Attacker to swing in and just get 1 bead. Because Beyond, honestly, in Beyond, when they've got these weapons out in play, they can punish the aggression of TYLOO. And I think that's what they need to do right now to kind of just reset the tempo right now. Otherwise, if you just allow DanKing to just open up every single engagement like this is where it starts to get costly.
Yeah, Beyond were really hanging on at the start of this map, but now you get the sense that TYLOO is starting to pull ahead a little bit. Some of those reservations that we might have had about Nuke are falling away slowly but surely. Beyond need an answer, and they need an answer quickly. Otherwise, TYLOO will start to really capitalize on this first half.
SDK's managed to sneak his way, though. Just very close to heaven right now. It depends on whose angle's going to work out for who so far. SDK does spot out slowly, reveals his presence now close to heaven, though. What is Attacker watching? What is that communication? What is going on at the moment for TYLOO? Well, somebody's there. DanKing's going to cover him off. Doesn't matter at the end of the day, but
hit
what
headshots.
was that?
Doesn't matter, hit headshots.
Just aim.
That's
somebody's method. I remember that UMP, just pushing up top mid.
Yeah. I remember that too. What was that? IM Sydney 2017, I think. That's a throwback.
Just keeps pushing. I watched it the other day.
16-14 victory over SK Gaming in the group stage.
Just kept pushing. Just didn't stop pushing.
One of our finest cards to date, Kev.
Now some vintage somebody on that round, just able to lock away at the very end there with a couple of nice shots there. And Beyond back to the pistols once again. It was looking promising. They had some decent positioning there to maybe convert the round, but they couldn't make it work out. And now looking to kind of bully the A side again.
They're going to go in quickly, and that might not work out too well for them. They might be exiting quickly as well. Summer, 3-man spray down. SDK's actually chimed in with a couple of kills, and Tech9 goes to work, but it's not, again, too problematic for TYLOO. I think that would have been 2018, by the way. I am Sydney 2018.
You reckon?
Because Vici was the team from China in 2017, from memory.
Maybe so.
2017 was the first year.
Yeah, it would have been 2018 then.
Yeah. Which was weird. Like, everyone was like, why is Vici here in 2017? I remember. Everyone was like, who are these guys? They were definitely not the top team in Asia at that time.
I just remember being marveled at, you know, Zoking and his wrist ability to play deathmatch like that for 6 hours. It's pretty good stamina.
Well, that's what Beyond are going to need, because they're down 2-8 at the moment. They need to be able to grind back these T rounds. Actually stay competitive in this game. Close side wall of smoke thrown up many a time in this half from Beyond, and they're going to try and walk across the secret, but they're starting to fade and they're getting chipped down quite a lot. Attackers spots all of those players rotating down in towards lowers. Surely this is going to be the rotation into lower from TYLOO. Summer's already here. Slowly's on the side as well toward windows. Beyond have got their work cut out for them if they think they're getting anywhere near the lowest site.
They're trying to flash, but they're shoulder peeking at the moment, eventually pushing Summer off the angle, but he doesn't even drop the smoke, he just goes in for the duel, but he misses the spray this time around. A chance now for Beyond to just either make their way back up through vents.
It's really onto Olivia. I think, where is Dan King right now? He's on silo. How's he got there?
I don't even know why you need to ask at this point. It's TYLOO.
I'm going to find out.
So
TYLOO finds a way.
Not being busted open just yet. But you can see QQ ready to flash out, and slowly, attention now diverted away. Doesn't really have any teammates, as now the rest of Beyond slowly starting to head up over to the A site, but somebody's still there. Now he's going to be tested. Olivia able to get at least one trade, and Dan King holding firm for now.
Oh, he just re-peeks it. He doesn't care, does he? Again, a third time. Why not? 2v2. Attacker makes a bit of a footstep on the ladder, but that's not going to be enough to scare Beyond off of the plant. Slowly's doing much the same thing in vents, trying to draw as much fire as possible, giving Attacker some room to work with. But slowly, he has gone down, and so now Attacker needs the 1-on-2, but he's already found the first. Has lost a lot of HP on the drop as well, though. And my rolls, if it wasn't going to be the shot, it might have been the grenade.
All right, Kev, give us your best David Attenborough impression of trying to get into Dan King's head here.
So, we have the native Dan King on the AWP, looking to really probe in and see the natural habitat here of exactly where Beyond are going to be executing. And as you can see, as the smokes fade right now, he's going to, instead of heading back to the A site, he's going to head to Secret. He's going to head over the silo and watch over Secret. Finds nothing at all. An interesting insight into the looks of how TYLOO went down in that round.
It's a minute 40 into the round, and he just walks into lobby with an AWP. Oh, slowly he's pushing as well. No respect.
He's done that same one way time and time again, and Beyond has just been unable to punish him. That's it. Dan King this time around goes down. It's just action just across the extremities at the moment. Yep. Starting to get a bit messy for both sides, and don't really know who's coming out on top right now.
Somebody has crept across to Red Crate, though, on Outer, and KNTZ didn't spot him because there was a smoke. See if he can find the timing here. KNTZ rounds the corner straight into the headshot angle that somebody is holding. That's the end of him. Another numbers advantage for TYLOO, and Beyond start to probe their way into the A bomb site, but they're being a little bit cautious and can't really afford to be cautious against TYLOO. You need to be decisive, and unfortunately now it's just QQ. Too much to do. 9-3. TYLOO continue to power through the rounds here on the CT side.
Yeah, I think this might have to force Beyond on another save here, unfortunately. Money's looking a little bit shaky. Things are just going bad to worse, and this is a very not standard CT side from TYLOO.
That's it for Beyond. They do have the loss bonus, so I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe Armor and Pistol to try to at least keep it competitive right now, because, look, all you really need is 5 rounds, right, as Beyond on that T side. Sure, we're saying strong side, but if you have a bit of a basis to kind of work off, it's better than nothing at all, giving TYLOO like a 12-3 lead. 10-5, at least is palatable. Going onto your CT side, you take Pistol, you can make it work from there.
This is what I think of when I think TYLOO CT side Nuke. Exactly what they're doing. Hyper aggression, pushing all angles, putting pressure on you, and if you can't deal with it, you lose. But T side, I kind of wonder what they have for us, you know, what they've been practicing and what their look will be, because they struggle on some T sides that are a little bit even less technical. than Nuke is, like a Mirage or something like that. But if they have such a dominant scoreline lead on Nuke here, they might not even have to play the T side, and you do have the Force in here from Beyond.
Well, it does look like they're going to have a dominant first half. 9 rounds already is a pretty good scoreline for them, but they'll definitely be pushing for the double digits and then some. 11 or 12 would be ideal right now for TYLOO, given the trajectory of this half so far. But it might be a bit more difficult in this round than they had anticipated, because Olivia, cheekily with the MAC-10, gets a pick onto somebody. Still, won't survive against Dan King, and now slowly is playing a different angle. This time finds the one-on-one against STK, but he's mollied out of position and has to peek QQ, who is well ready for the trade. Look at all this map control, though, that TYLOO is taking.
Just push lobby again.
Might be to their undoing, though, because Beyond might be reading this situation correctly and decide to head back to the A site instead.
Yeah, they do clear out ladder base.
Agatho is going to be watching this Annex position, and that's exactly where QQ is going to walk into. Here's the fall of KNTZ as well. Myrol's coming out from heaven. He's going to have to make noise dropping down. Myrol's, nice couple of shots with the 8K, and now pressure from KNTZ. But there's a player in hut at this moment, which is Summer. Drops the package. He's taken a lot of damage, though. And now Dan King over here looking to finish off. So little HP, though, on the side of TYLOO. And now this does give KNTZ a bit of a chance to work with. He's got smoke and 2 flashbangs.
Dan King has a molly, though, and the grenade from Summer is going to do a lot of damage. Makes it easy cleanup. KNTZ can't even get the bomb down, and Beyond's money is not looking too great as a result. Double digits achieved for TYLOO, but the question is how many more can they put through here? Can they get up to 12 to really just grind the boot into Beyond?
Yeah, I'm hoping for Beyond, instead of they buying these Galils and everything, I was honestly hoping for maybe armor and Tech 9, a bit of utility to work with to kind of make your way through, right? You can make your way to Secret. You can definitely use those Tech 9s at close range and punish TYLOO for playing over aggressive, but I don't like seeing this. Armor and Galil, I get it. You've got full loss bonus.
The way I think about it is like, you're going to get Galils and armor and utility. How much better is that really than pistol armor and utility? You know, and then being able to buy properly in the next round. Like, in my mind, I feel like in a lot of situations, to be honest, the pistols might even do you a lot more work than the Galils will, you know? And then even in the next round, you'll have a much better buy, even if things don't go well. So I'd just much rather see, you know, a half investment, exactly like you said, Kev. I think it's more effective. It's a better way to play the economy.
They've got 4 Galils, and I just go... You already know my opinion about the Galil. Anyone who's watched me cast Counter-Strike knows I don't consider Galil a weapon. It's barely an upgrade from a Glock.
I think you're really a hater, Kev. You really are a hater.
I really don't like
what
this
happened?
weapon.
What happened to Negev Lives Matter?
Why is Dan King doing this? Why is he pushing into heart like this? He gets punished, thank goodness, but what is going on
It's
from
Dan
TYLOO?
King. It's Dan King, Kev. He's the second coming of somebody, except he uses an AWP instead of a rifle. You're just going to have to get used to it. Slowly!
Oh, wow.
He kills KNTZ, but he doesn't actually manage to pull that back onto Myrol's. God, what is this round?
I love how Olivia's just been able to walk through outers safely across the Secret. Like, he's just on a bit of an adventure.
So is Summer. They're just doing the same thing. They just keep pushing at the moment.
This is not a game of Nuke. This is not Nuke. This is not what... If this is your first time watching Nuke, this is not Nuke, okay? This is something else. This is a different map. This is a new one.
Oh, no. Summer's
Is this
actually...
Canals?
Oh, Summer's gun...
It's
spotted
TYLOO's
out?
Nuke. Can we just say that?
Nuke.
I think we might be seeing a bit more Nuke from TYLOO. Or at least they'll be leaving it open. I do wonder, though, if this is like a power play from TYLOO. They're like, okay, well, we know that our Nuke is good enough to beat Beyond. And if we smash Beyond...
Play it against Vici and see what happens.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, if we smash Beyond on this map, it's going to disincentivize other teams to pick it against us.
Maybe.
I don't know about that. I don't think smashing a team by pushing into lobby and just doing these pushes and hoping that you can get shots like this and
They're not
eventually
smashing
drop
them at
rounds.
Nuke. They're just smashing them at Counter-Strike. That's the thing.
I think that's the frustrating thing, because for Beyond especially, it's like you're trying to play this disciplined way where you're punishing this over-aggression, you're trying to get this control of the map, and you just got Dan King that just walks in the hut and just wants to push 30 seconds in. It's
Not even 30, like 10.
Oh,
It's like a minute 40.
They're both at decon at the moment. Oh no,
Okay.
somebody, you can't do this, please. Find the bomb. There it is. Olivia has to go for it at the moment. He has to get the spray through the smoke, but he hasn't transferred. Somebody swindled it.
He can. I don't understand that from Olivia. He can literally see where the silo is above the smoke, and he's shooting directly into the silo.
It's beyond your recognition at the moment.
He also had a grenade.
Thanks to the Galil stats, 14th most frags of all time with Galil. And that's my question of why you're buying the Galil so much. Why can't you
The
manage
next
your money?
question is, who's got the #1?
Yeah. That is a good question. Is there more Galil frags or are there more Tech 9 frags? And that's an actual legitimate question.
Oh, I reckon
I'd
there's
say.
more Tech 9 frags.
Nah, I'd say more Galil frags.
You reckon? Don't you remember Tech 9 meta? I mean, that still counts the whole
I
time,
guess,
right?
I guess as we're kind of coming into the final round over here, QQ might be able to slip his way through. It's been spotted out. Alligator's coming out for slowly. I don't even know what to make of this. I'm just entertained right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's the final round. He's got the Alligator. He had enough money to buy a real weapon, quote-unquote real weapon. And it hasn't worked too well for Slowly there at all. That's unfortunate. QQ somehow has gotten all the way into the B bomb site through Secret, presumably.
Wow.
Danking hits a good shot onto SCK, but Beyond are actually doing a bit of work. This time they've decided, you know what? Screw it! We'll just walk around the map, do the same as what TYLOO's doing, all on our own. Try to win some aim duels. And they have.
Just bad behavior, reinforcing each other. It's like that kid that your mum tells you not to hang around with. That's TYLOO. Being a bad influence on Beyond right now.
No one ever told Beyond 2 wrongs don't make it right.
Just people are just walking back and forth. Gun barrel's been spotted out. Thank goodness for that. But this is still another scenario where Danking, he still gets another tag onto My Rolls.
Oh!
This is starting to become a bit costly. My Rolls is going to be making his way down into vent. And now it's really anyone's game at the moment. My Rolls has an HU grenade if he places this nicely. Can do some damage, but Danking has actually brought up the 20 bomb at the moment.
Looking for a little bit more. He's been pretty solid. And I don't mind Danking with the AK. I rate him. Got a bit of time to work with here as well. Has a defuse kit, so he'll creep his way down into decon. To be honest, it's going to be a tough one for him to win. There are a lot of angles that he's going to need to check. And he hasn't checked the one that he had to. So 11-4 is the scoreline. And Beyond will get themselves at least something to play with in the second half.
Boys only flexing with that allowance. We swimming in the shower. I'm only f***ing you if your toes cute. Brown skin, goddamn, that's my soul food. I'm winning for the record, check your memo, bro. Generation of destruction, you remember us. LSD used to do promethazine, only THC, NSC is my new lean. We no longer up next on top. Like your girl when she counting my checks. There's no defense. I'll buy it if I want it. I'm going supersonic. Come on back for it. Alright, okay. Running out of luck. Too much in my cup. Nishi run it up. Why you always tripping like you top? Cause you not my team bop. Shorty, I know. Why you always tripping like you top? Cause you not my team bop. My team bop.
Sacrifice all my time towards greatness. Been alone in the dark, isolated. And my dreaming isn't real, what separates it. I never know it's coming my way, yeah. Cold out of stone, stay out of my lane, yeah. Leave me alone, this is my moment. Finally found what lights up my fire. gone in a second. Now I've learned my lessons. I'm picking up my weapons. I'm at the
Well, it's an interesting first half, the way that's panned out. TYLOO, as Pilsky said, just a little bit better at Counter-Strike than Beyond, although your opinions of their nuke seem to be relatively undecided as of yet, I'll say that.
Oh, it's decided.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the decision?
They're not great. It's not great, okay. I want to see a T side first, but I'm not going to get a good judge of a T side from this game, I don't think.
Fair enough.
There's not enough time in the half left, I think. It's, cool. How are you guys going?
I'm going good. Apparently there's a mash medic that needs to happen.
That means you got to stand up, Mitch.
I don't know why that happens.
Put your
literally.
shirt on.
How does that happen on the first round? How can you match medic the first round?
I don't know. Maybe someone disconnected, someone misbought dualies. Who would ever buy dualies in a pistol round?
Hello.
I don't know. I remember
Welcome
this
back.
clip from Mitch where he just runs in with the dualies and kills 4 people in overpass.
True.
I remember that.
Not many people have seen that. I'm surprised you remembered that, Kevin. Yeah.
I'm a
That
big
was
fan
pretty
of
big
yours.
brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember telling you to do it.
Should we run
So
a
it should have been
giveaway?
the other way around. Maybe Mitch should have been the IGL. Maybe I should have been his IGL. He should have been the star player.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Kevin, are you feeling up for a giveaway?
What are we giving away? Are we giving away Mac again?
No, we're giving away you.
Oh, why me?
Because you're standing in Mac's spot.
Why are you giving away me? That's the question. I'm a low commodity. I
What
wasn't
do you
even
mean?
made
There's,
in China.
there's only one of you.
What's the
I'm a product of
condition?
China.
What's the condition of the giveaway?
The condition is you have to follow PilskyCast on Twitter.
Oh.
At PilskyCast.
How many followers am I getting?
How many are you at?
650?
Alright, if we can get to 700 followers for Pilsky, we will put Kevin in a box and ship him to wherever you are, worldwide.
Exactly. What I can offer cooking, cleaning, great quality coaching,
World of Tanks.
optimism.
He likes to play World of Tanks. If you want to
Just-
learn how to play World of Tanks, Kevin
Just
will help
optimism.
you
I'm literally the person that will follow you and just be like, you're gonna have an amazing day because you're an awesome person. I'll just keep saying that to you. Just positive reinforcement all the way.
with that. Yeah. So
I do that. That's what I offer. So.
Can you give us a trial run? Like give us a preview
okay.
of what might happen.
Yeah. So
Pilsky's
say for example
feeling
this
down,
one.
I'm
right?
not having a good day today, Kevin. I'm just really
Mitch?
feeling a bit sad.
We're gonna watch some great Counter-Strike in this half. It's Beyond that's going to come back from the match medic that are going to be looking to really put on a clink on the defensive side. TYLOO, they're going to be looking to put some great pressure on this T side right now. And we're going to be watching this. We're going to be bringing you some great action. And you're going to be leading it from the helm alongside my good friend, Elfish Guy. And we're over here at ESL Australia are going to give you the fantastic viewing experience that you deserve right now.
I'm feeling pumped, Pilsky. What about you?
I'm actually feeling a little bit pumped. That actually
Let's
got me
go.
going a little
That's
bit.
the whole thing. It's like, it is a bit of a pause at the moment, but this is just the tantalizing wait in the moment before we really bite into the flesh that is going to be Counter-Strike that's coming up, and that is what you're going to be bringing the viewers. Entertainment,
Great.
because you are an amazing person.
Great stuff, Kev.
You
And
guys at home, you guys are all amazing. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you tell yourself that you're amazing as well. This is what you can get if you follow Mitch.
Yeah.
You'll get me just saying that to you.
if you would like Kevin to walk around behind you saying that all day, you can follow PilskyCast on Twitter, and we will be giving away Kevin. So that's what's up for offer, and hopefully some of you are quite eager to cash in on that because it really is making me feel good. I'm not even receiving that, It was Pilsky receiving that, but I'm just here as an ancillary, and it makes me feel great. It makes me feel ready for this game. Looking forward to it. Yeah, I mean, I hope everyone really enjoys their Kevin.
I feel like Kevin must be the one who's coaching TYLOO because someone's behind them just telling them they're poggers and that they can win every aim duel because they just seem to be walking into every aim duel and winning it.
Do you know what the problem is? It's like, this is actually... Okay, Mitch and I... So the backstory here is that Mitch and I always have a meme. It's just always a case of they're winning, or if you're losing, just shoot better. Right?
Yep.
That's kind of the meme. But
Just
the problem
shoot,
is,
forehead.
like, and this may be just like this mentality. Like, even when I was playing Counter-Strike when I was younger and whatnot, and I just force buy Deagle every single time because I just tell myself, why do I need to buy an M4 if I can just get the Deagle and just shoot better than my opponent?
Yeah. I mean,
It's cost effective.
sometimes it works. Sometimes you play a better team than you, and it does not work, and you lose. And then you go,
yourself,
I don't really like this game anymore. I would.
what I would tell myself afterwards is I'd go, you need to shoot better. That's
Just
why
shoot
you
better
lost.
forehead. Yep. Shoot them long.
And that's the problem, because I look at TYLOO and I just go, that is actually their game philosophy sometimes. Is unfortunately, it's kind of like the younger version of me, but now it's like, it's made its way onto a team, and it's gone, tactics aren't working. Let's go for the advanced strategy of shoot better.
All right, Kev, do you have any motivational words for Beyond? I think we're going to go back into the game fairly shortly. So let's get the motivation hype Kev going again.
I think here at the moment for Beyond, they honestly did an all right job on the T side. We had a bit of a look there. They tried playing to their game plans. It just really was disrupted by TYLOO at the stage where you just go, what are you even meant to do against that? You're getting disrupted. Oh, well, it is what it is. You go into your CT side, you get the pistol from here, you mount a dominant defense, and you make your way back through here, and you take the map #1, and then you go into rush and take the series 2-0. That's how you started off. You just completely dome a player from TYLOO, and you just go, yeah, that's what happens this time when you're pushing in, and this time we're watching.
Yeah, that's nice. Olivia's got himself 2.
It's working.
It's working. Perfect. Great job, Kev. You've given us a series. Well done.
No worries, and maybe even Beyond, if they follow Mitch at the moment, maybe they'll get me as their coach, and I'll just be motivating them from behind. Great shot, somebody. Beautiful stuff. Good flick. That was your teammate.
Great raw adjustment. Just maybe aim at the enemies next time. Which
Epic.
Usually he's pretty good at. He's actually going to go along on the long rotation back around towards Heaven's side to try and win this round for TYLOO.
Imagine just shooting attacker in the head and just going, all right, you're going to have to hold off against everyone now. I'm going to rotate around.
Imagine this works.
1v5.
There's no way.
There is. He's just going to book it up the ladder.
No, wait,
Come on.
it's defused. He's dead.
So disappointing. Yeah, look, that was a bit of a thinking from somebody. I mean, I get a bit of a Peppo think there, I reckon.
He shoots his teammate in the head and goes, go, hold the site, mate.
Yeah. Hold the site,
I
mate.
get
I'll
it.
be there in 30 seconds.
You need to do something to try to rescue that from a 2-on-5, but the problem is at the stage Beyond are close enough there. They're happy to come in and trade in unison. Not really a chance for somebody to do anything there. But they do manage to get the bomb plant down, so they afforded the Deagles.
All right, I got 2 people in the giveaway so far. So not very competitive. It'll be a coin flip to see who does get Kevin.
50% odds of getting Kevin. That's a pretty good odds. You can do anything with him. You can sell him. You can keep him. You can make him your slave. Anything.
Let's see what.
I actually cook a mean red spaghetti. Like any pasta, I'm pretty good at cooking that.
I'd like some red pasta.
Yeah. The trick is cinnamon, actually. That's the biggest trick.
Interesting.
Cinnamon and pasta.
Couple of picks. I'll explain afterwards, because at the moment, it looks like TYLOO are trying to cook up a bit of a feast right now. They've retreated to the alligator, and the Deagle's still fighting across long distance. Myros goes, not really too interested at dinner at the moment. Attacker's going to try and crawl through the smoke with the XM. He's managed to make his way out onto the site for now.
Get the pick on QQ, makes this a little more expensive for Beyond. I would
way.
be very surprised if he checks the angle on my rolls here.
It's got time.
He's double check it.
Let's go down. Either way, 2 guns taken off Beyond.
All right,
Not too bad for TYLOO.
So here's the story for Cinnamon, right? As TYLOO did manage to get the bomb plant down, so it's going to be another go where they do actually have the rifles in play. So as you're cooking the red sauce, obviously based on tomato and everything, you add a bit of cinnamon to take out the sour. Right? And then you don't eat the cinnamon, you take it out after you finish cooking the sauce, but it absorbs some of the sourness. There you go. That's what you get as well if you follow Mitch right now. So you get little tidbits like that.
So what, are you using like a cinnamon stick?
Yeah, use a bit of a cinnamon stick. Nice little dominate coming out as well.
Well,
What are you doing?
yeah, TYLOO, it's an outside wall of smokes. We're actually seeing quite a structured wall of smokes into, well, not sure just yet. At the moment, it's just pressure out of door, and they haven't actually crossed the secret. So potentially a wrap through Annex back into that upper bomb site. Try and hit a nice timing here. You can see slowly edging towards Annex while the spam in towards lobby side does come through. Dan King bringing over a little bit of utility in combination with Summer. It is that smoke towards Windows side, as well as a smoke on towards Annex. And the pick into CT spawn means that TYLOO can potentially start to wrap Heaven and pressure the upper bomb site.
comes slowly. Slowly indeed, just creeping his way around, but has given it away actually, the position to Myrolls. He's checking him though, and that's the end of Myrolls. So one player out of the picture, but it's at the cost of one as well for TYLOO. So AK goes back over to KNTZ while TYLOO creeps their way up into heaven. And into the A-bomb site through Annex. Nice little split for them. They'll have to deal with it from behind as well because QQ's coming up the ladder, but unfortunately can't land the shot onto Dan King. And Summer is going to drop. No, it's Dan King actually that dropped, and it's Summer who did also technically drop into the bomb site though. And he's in the one-on-one against KNTZ, who is hitting heads at the moment. Didn't need the headshot this time. That's the end of Summer though, and Beyond get themselves another round on the CT side.
All I'm saying is that this is where Beyond can definitely shine at this stage. Definitely some sharp individuals that can get this confidence up. That's what you want to see as well.
That's
A bit more confidence,
smile.
right? Yeah, believe in yourself, boys. We know that you guys are good riflers and good AWPers. You can take it against TYLOO. On the CT side right now, your money's looking all right. SDK's gone for the XM again.
Well, Hero AK here for slowly. Somebody actually buys an AK as well. The other guys are half buying, so not really a common consensus as to what to do with the economy here on the T side for TYLOO, and they've thrown a smoke outside of the map right off the bat, which is probably not ideal. Now they're setting up for this uppers hit.
Volley has been missed. KNTZ at the open. But the attack is still going to commence, and STK is just going to come down, just find the backs of two. Molotov at the squeaky door means that somebody can't push through, and Dan King is just way too late to join the party at the moment. So somebody really needs to make something happen with his AK at this stage, but the position is just all being covered. The falling accuracy is never going to be there.
I think this is where we start to get a bit of an idea maybe as to why TYLOO doesn't normally pick the map. Pilsky, you talked about it. CT side looked pretty good for them, reasonable enough at least. They've got 11 rounds on the board, can't complain. But that's all for naught if they can't get anything done on the T side. And so far, Beyond is having the run of it.
They missed a whole lot of util there.
That was a Molotov that landed on T-roof, unless that was a counter utility being thrown by Beyond.
Yeah, and right off the bat, a smoke being chucked outside of the map. So, a couple crucial pieces of utility not connecting there for TYLOO.
And for Beyond, it's starting to look pretty good now. Couple of rounds on a trot.
Yeah, I'd say so. Here's the buy-in from TYLOO yet again. Beyond have a couple of players who've got some cash built up, but KNTZ and SDK looking a little bit on the broke side. So far, not a lot going on for TYLOO. Just again, spamming away on lobby roof. Starting to set up towards outside a little. I think one of those Beyond players, maybe SDK or QQ rather in Annex, might have tried to Molotov out that wall of smokes. Now a molly on towards CT vent there. Like left side wall of smokes on outer yard. Or smoke on top of CT red maybe and credit card. And they're going to try and split Annex, I guess.
Yeah, out comes the Ghost Signal. Molotov, though, not going to really push SDK off just yet. SDK this time around, though, can't really get the multi-frag. And the split actually works perfectly for TYLOO. They're able to get access in.
Yeah.
2v3, after Myrolls is able to deflect some of that outer's pressure. Dan King's definitely looking to make this costly right now.
1-on-2 for Olivia to negotiate. 4 in hand.
Throwing his AWP away, so he must be going for it.
Yep. Has no kit. Money's actually not that great for Beyond. He could be pretty benefited by saving a gun here. But as I say, it looks like he's going for it, and I mean, it doesn't work well for him, clearly. 12 to 8. Can they buy? No, not really.
Cool little play from TYLOO there. Outside smokes towards credit card and CT red, and then they flash over that outside area towards heaven and split through Annex. And once those entries have started to be hit, things go quite well from there for them. Now the pressure on Beyond's economy. They have no more money left in the bank. If they lose this round, they're going to get economically reset, and TYLOO will steam ahead in terms of the round count. No utility on that CT side. That is a nightmare on Nuke. They're stacking towards ramp here. There's one of the wall of smokes. As they don't throw the close smoke, which is thrown for that exact reason. Because you can get picked by the AWPer on the cross, and that's exactly what Olivia does. So they throw one of the outside wall of smokes, and then lose a pick, and then walk back into lobby.
It's just utility that's not being used, and they're walking straight into the stack of Beyond at the moment. Well, somebody is.
There's the other smokes. So there's the 2 wall of smokes thrown out by TYLOO, which they're not going to use. Use most of their utility, and now they're going to try to hit a sharp timing into upper.
This actually just might work. Oh no, everything's over at ramps. There's one player over at heaven, and SDK is actually over at Annex, who's just walled out in the moment, not really there for the action. Out comes the utility to heaven. That's a couple of nice HE grenades, but Stack, SDK can't make it work out, and Dan King, he's not torching at the moment. He's holding onto his HE.
He's not afraid at all. I would have loved to have seen him throw this grenade. He was going to until that execute sort of started to come in from Beyond. Someone started to face or something like that. Or maybe it was a flash, but he hasn't ended up throwing it, and it could be really critical in this round. Beyond, they're going to save?
Very standoffish. They throw that one flash that they could have used for the retake, and then they just don't decide to go for it. They know that they're going to get economically reset if they lose this round on that retake, and they just choose the path of least resistance. This will allow TYLOO's money to build up quite substantially.
At the same time, it is increasing Beyond's chances of making their way back in. Better to keep a couple of weapons up. Try to build the bank. You still have 2 rifles as well as an AWP to work off this. CZ as well if you get K and TZ in a bit of a cheeky position.
All right, well, save comes through from Beyond. Once again, they empty the bank accounts, this time investing a hell of a lot into utility. Much better buy to work with in this round. Only Olivia's the man with his hands on the kit. So if this goes into the mid to late round and he goes down in a unretrievable position, then that could be difficult for Beyond. Anti-Zed's definitely heard that drop, surely. Be quite well aware that there's a player close to him, and he's going to crab walk through the side of the smoke, punished instantly by Slowly. In fact, that drop might have been designed to do exactly that, to some extent. There's a man advantage for Beyond, and for TYLOO rather, and this is where Beyond, they have to decide what they want to be going for to try to get that man advantage back, or maybe stack something. It is a 1-for-1. Olivia, or I think it's QQ actually taking fights towards Secret, but he gets Molotov'd off and starts to fall back.
Oh, that's a shot coming out from Slowly over at Warehouse. That's actually the AWP that's going to be lost. I think herein lies the problem. TYLOO just slowly allow Beyond after getting the first pick. TYLOO don't do anything exceptional. They just kind of wait for the aggression. They punish the over-aggression accordingly and just take the A site from there. And they just bring it one round closer to taking map number 1. And it was looking pretty good early on, but then TYLOO decided to hit the brakes. They figured out what they needed to do and kind of went from there. Can't really complain if you're a TYLOO fan, which I am.
Yeah, why's that?
They just aim better a lot of the time.
Because you're Chinese and you're biased? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think that's it.
That must be it.
Time. Yeah.
I hate biased casters, man.
You know what we say to that?
中国第一.
It is what it is.
Okay, well, we're both definitely on 2 different trains of thought there.
My roles looking to continue the damage, but I don't know if that is actually a worthy trade. I mean, losing an AUG could have been a decent buy going forward, at least for Beyond, but now with the AWP, I mean, I say it could have been a decent buy, but they actually completely forced into that. And as a result, they've got no cash moving forward, just the AWP to play with. TYLOO the ones that are calling a bit of a tack timeout. Have a bit of a chat to see what's going on. How to close out this 16-8, that's their goal.
Attack timeout for TYLOO. Not a bad time to take it. They should be well aware that Beyond's right on the breaking point here. They win this round, they probably just close Nuke out.
Oh, well. It's going to be do or die time for Beyond now. What an amazing buy together here. And there won't be one if they lose the round again. And they'll be facing map point. Bit of utility invested early on in the round from Beyond, and it does a pretty reasonable job of tagging Dan King up. He's down to 48 HP already.
That is very cheeky from QQ, playing over that smoke, jumping on top of the railing. He does actually cop a bit of damage from a nade. Another one being flung in there. SDK on the push alongside with KNTZ is able to pick off somebody trying to hold on to lobby. Now Dan King looking to place this aggression nice and early on into heaven. Might be able to find a bit of a sweet spot in terms of timing and really just exploit this A site.
Take that shot a little bit, unfortunately. A bit of a missed opportunity, but TYLOO going to still try to wrap in through Annex and apply pressure. Actually, all angles really. Hart and Annex and Heaven. This is going quite well for them.
What is
Hang
slowly
on.
doing there for a moment? You have to be saying what's going on. That's a nice little jump out from Olivia. But it's all brought down to a one-on-one at the moment. My Rolls has the FAMAS and Flashbang to work with. Summerthaw, a lot of positions he needs to cover, and he's going to look away just at the wrong time. My Rolls will be able to take that aim duel. That was a bit of a funny round there.
What have I just watched?
SDK.
He
Smoke
must
criminal.
have thought he was dead. He must have thought he was dead. Because it's not like STK was doing anything to hide his position at all.
You know what it is?
What?
TYLOO as a team.
Don't even say.
They just love each other so much, and they trust each other so inherently that they all thought that each other was going to close out that kill, and all just took it for granted that he was dead. That's what it was. Just great teamwork.
Slowly is just sprinting in there. He's like, yeah, no worries. The spray's going to come through.
That's when the teamwork is too good.
Oh, of course.
When the chemistry is too good.
You know what we would have been saying like 12 months ago? We'd be like, oh, that's probably a bit of a miscommunication from TYLOO because they don't all speak the same language. Well, what's the excuse now, TYLOO?
To be fair, they used to do that stuff with Mo and DD as well.
Did Olivia just peek into the ankle of somebody
Yeah.
who's trying to use a Krieg?
Yeah.
Oh, this game just delivers every single time.
Get him, Olivia. Get him. You love to see it. Oh, Beyond trying to stay alive here. Their money is still shaky as hell, lads. But once again, they found a one-man advantage. And they must convert. Must convert, or they will end up getting economically reset. Some are going to throw out the first smoke of the wall of smokes, and I'm sure the other one will be underarmed by Dan King. And they will cross the secret. Very sneaky-like. Problem is, Olivia's already down there with the AWP, and SDK's on the, or QQ rather, is already on the lower bomb site as well. That is a tight pixel line, but it works perfectly. Slowly actually kind of shoulder peeks that angle a little bit and gets punished for it.
Yeah, Olivia's doing a bit of work right now with the AWP.
Sharp.
And Attacker will cop that shot as well. This is vintage from Olivia.
Yes.
Starting
Where
to
has
get
this
back
been?
into that form from 2018. That's 4 kills. Probably won't get the ace here. Summer's on the other side of the map. But hey, it's a good question, Pilsy. Where has that been for Olivia?
I don't know.
To be fair, that was just one round. Let's be real.
Nah, I'm calling it. He's back in form.
He's best player.
Best player in Asia.
Getting splash ski vibes.
Nah, Olivia's better.
What? Are you serious?
Sorry, Devin.
He's not. Splashy is a top 3 AWPer in Asia.
Splashkey is a top 3 dart pumper in Asia, okay?
He's top 1 dart bumper in Asia, let's be real.
Oh, that was a nice round though from Olivia. That's definitely a round that beyond confidence rounds. They just need to slowly just get 1 or 2 rounds, go from there. Olivia just goes, oh, I've played better before. Wasn't happy with that.
Wasn't the ace, was it?
Yeah, it's done its job, which is...
To be honest, Splashkey would have got the ace, I reckon.
Who else is the top dart pumper in Asia, do you reckon?
Trying to think.
I reckon some of the TYLOO Fiji guys definitely are. It's
Sam?
enough about darts in terms of the smoking sense.
Blair?
Probably more
Does
about
Blair? Yeah, does Blair qualify?
Blair's probably up there.
Sorry.
why are we doing a man Blair dirty like this? Well, TYLOO have darted their way through secret to the underside.
Yeah.
Now they're looking to kind of flush out the positions of exactly where the Beyond players are.
It's just QQ down here, and he hasn't really got any support. He actually needs some rotations quite desperately, but Beyond aren't really reacting because TYLOO's not making a whole lot of noise in lower. So QQ, he's going to be out on an island. Only now does Myrolls come and help him out a little bit.
Morals is there, peeking over into a couple of different angles every single time, and QQ has to make his presence known.
This is interesting, isn't it? It's really just a standoff. No one's particularly interested in peeking into the bomb site yet for TYLOO, but finally they've gotten rid of QQ. That's one angle they don't have to worry about, but Myrolls has a double with the AWP. Now he's joined by Olivia as well, and that's not an angle I'd want to peek with a Mac 10 attacker.
Is this Alpha Red?
Who?
Is this Alpha Red? KNDZ's got an organ. He's headshotting people with it. Olivia and Myrolls in vintage form. Kevin, they're back.
I agree. That round definitely looked pretty solid from Beyond. Able to just hold on long enough. TYLOO, I think just the hesitation, kind of the seed of doubt kind of sown, and as a result, they didn't really fully commit. And that's the problem I have with the TYLOO T side sometimes. They look much better when they get this territory, they commit to something, they go in together. As soon as they start humming and hawing, that's where it just goes, hang on a second, this is starting to look a little bit shaky now. This is where Beyond can definitely strike and kind of exploit, and we're seeing that coming into the later stages of this half so far. Where they're just down to the Deagles, and somebody just can't really challenge an angle like that. Don't know why TYLOO decided to keep walking individually into Olivia's AWP, and
What's wrong? You don't believe in them?
this is like a classic, just the IGL's gone FFA. This is like straight out of a Lonsdale call, pretty much.
Split and pick.
Not even that. Split and pick would have more structure than this. This is literally just split and go die.
Split and feed.
That's all I mean, you have Deagles here. Why don't we group up, try to take the territory, maybe fight an angle, get a couple of trades, overwhelm force, or...
You say that, but how many times have you seen TYLOO just split up with Deagles and land headshots and then another player? They're so good at intuitively punishing rotations. Like, once one guy gets a kill, the other guys know, oh, I know they're going to react now.
I see 5 alive Beyond players. I've saw some great punishment from TYLOO. Great intuitive play to walk into an AWP 1-by-1. I get it. When it works, it looks good. But I don't think we should use it as it works as justification for individually peeking into an AWPer with Deagles 1-by-1.
Look, if anyone thinks that the way TYLOO plays CS is a case study for how you should play CS, then I got news for you.
Kev, the only reason it didn't work is because no one got killed.
Exactly. They should have aimed better. That's
Just
what I'm
shoot
trying to say.
better, lol.
So I'm just saying it could have worked if they got kills.
It could have worked if somebody actually just aimed a little bit better and just landed the 1D against the AWPer. Unacceptable from somebody.
I mean, it could have.
It didn't, though. And now 2 rounds is going to be the difference at the moment.
If you think about it, OCE could be top 1 in world if we just shot better.
Yeah. That's really all it boils down to.
Well, Beyond, they are looking pretty good now. Very strong CT side economy to continue through the rest of this game. They got a handful of orgs. They got an AWP on Olivia, full util. This is something that I used to say when I characterized Alpha Red, is that once they get CT side economy, it's like they set up a wall sometimes, and they're pretty hard to break. I think that this Beyond lineup is a far cry from when they were at their peak, but there's still a tiny little sliver of truth to that.
Yeah.
tiny element of truth. Looks like TYLOO once again going to try for this Annex split strat.
Oh, one on top of the hut. And someone's already dead.
And TZ gets the timing. Utility's being flung into the A site.
They just threw all of their grenades. And no, okay, this is really disjointed from TYLOO. This is insane.
It might just work though.
Slowly is just coming forward. He's still getting kills, and he's spotted at QQ, but he looks away at the wrong time again. That's actually the bomb out in the open as well, and Dan King trying to do his best, and somebody is trying to...
There's no way that should have worked.
Again.
There's no way that should have almost worked. If he 1v2 this might be the worst T-side strat into a round win that I've ever seen. Of course, Olivia's ready for it though, because he's back.
I think it's just a case of who's last alive. It's somebody. Expect him from where you don't expect people, because the last thing that you expect on an A-side execute is a guy that's just walking up ladder about 20 seconds later.
That was
Uh-oh, TYLOO's forcing Mac 10s.
That was a strategy. I don't know if it was a good strategy, but it was a strategy. They threw all of their utility into upper. No one was actually in position to even go into upper, as they lost the pick towards door, and the Annex guys were really late. And then they tried to walk into A site one by one and hit a couple of headshots, which made it look a lot better than it was. It is sort of a half buy actually, Kev. Going for the Mac 10s. I'm going to go for a quick one into upper.
Yep, slowly though, hasn't spotted at the head of STK, and Attacker's trying to make his move up, but the Mac 10s just not powerful enough, and the spray's just not there at the end of the day. Dan King trying to get the wraparound.
Should have bought MP7s.
The Great Wall of Thailand is up, boys. It's up. It's ready.
The Great Wall of Thailand.
I don't know if it's a case of a Great Wall, or if it's just TYLOO just looking lackluster. I think it's a combination of both.
Wasn't it the Chinese who invented gunpowder? That's what I'm saying. Great Wall of Thailand versus the Chinese gunpowder.
Yeah, look.
I think
It's more of like a party popper.
It's literally like we invented gunpowder, and it's like the first thing that we thought was actually to put it inside fireworks because they look cool, as opposed to putting it into muskets and
Yeah,
shoot
well
people.
that's good. Fireworks are cool.
That's a nice little timing shot from Olivia, but
Oh,
that's a response, and that's what we wanted to see kind of coming out from TYLOO, is to not be kind of just like passive over here. They need to start picking up the pace, and you can't allow KNTZ to just take these aim deals.
Yeah, he's a machine at the moment, and Myrolls has gotten rid of Summer. It's Beyond up to 15. How have they done it? TYLOO. They don't have a perfect buy going through to this final round of the half, and I got to be honest, Beyond looks like the better team anyway, so it's going to be TYLOO to win 15-15.
Look, I'm going to preface this by saying I have been singing TYLOO's praises all year long. They've won every domestic tournament. They are by far and away the best team in Asia. But this is one of the worst T-sides on Nuke I've ever seen in my life.
I think it's just, I mean, to kind of build on that, right? And the reason why we're saying that, it's just so scrappy, it's disjointed. The executes don't have any real substance behind it. There's no cohesion in terms of the entries. There's no trade path. It just looks like individuals are coming out. If they hit their shots, awesome, it works. If the individuals don't hit their shots, it kind of all falls apart from there. And I mean, I do agree with you. And that's why I don't like the look at this T side from TYLOO at the moment. And one good half in terms of pushing in and getting the timing, and your aim working does not make for a good game at the end of the day. Beyond have not won the CT side by pushing in. They've really just held firm. They played some nice crossfire angles. They've understood when they need to preserve their economy, and they've kind of gone from there and really brought it back. 7 rounds in a row now.
Well, Beyond might be getting themselves an 8th here because KNTZ doubles down from Annex. And it's all falling apart for TYLOO. They've just disappeared. Olivia straight through the smoke. How does he even win that duel? Ah, who cares anyway? It's 16-14.